In the latest development in Zubeen Garg death probe, at least 5 accused have now been sent to 14-day judicial custody this afternoon. All 5 accused. Festival organizer Shamkanu Mahanto, where Zubeen Garg lost his life, his manager Siddhartha Sharma, DSP and cousin Sandeepan Garg, as well as 2 PSOs, Nandeswar Bora and Paresh Beshya, have now been remanded to 14 days of judicial custody by the Chief Judicial Magistrate Court in Guwahati. Now, soon after the court order, tensions flared as angry mobs pelted stones at the convoy carrying the accused to Buxa District Jail in Munchalpur. Security has now been tightened according to the jail authorities, with the police, paramilitary forces and fire tenders deployed to prevent any law and order crises. The Buxa jail, inaugurated just months ago by Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, has so far remained unused, raising eyebrows as to why it's not being opened for the high-profile detainees such as these 5. Now, local protested outside the facility, alleging preferential treatment for the accused. The investigation now spans over legal, medical and financial angles, with the Attorney General's Office of Singapore cooperating through official channels on the matter. But on the ground, public anger continues to swell. Candlelight marches, social media campaigns and emotional appeals from fans are keeping pressure on the state government for a transparent and fair probe. And as Assam mourns the loss of one of its greatest voices, the demand grows louder: justice for Zubeen Garg. Latest that is coming to light as far as Zubeen Garg's death investigation is concerned. All 5 accused out of the 7 accused whose custody ended today have now been sent to 14 days of judicial custody. They have been remanded to another jail. So all 5 accused, including the Northeast Festival organizer in Singapore, Shamkanu Mahanto, manager of Zubeen Garg, Siddhartha Sharma, DSP and cousin Sandeepan Garg, and 2 PSOs, which includes Nandeswar Bora and Paresh Beshya, have now been remanded to 14 days of judicial custody. And soon after the court order, tensions flared as angry mobs started pelting stones at the convoy carrying all 5 accused to the Buxa jail. Security has now been tightened around the jail. The police, paramilitary forces and fire tenders are currently deployed to prevent any law and order crisis. Buxa jail, inaugurated months ago by Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, has been unused so far. So the 5 accused are the first people to be remanded in that jail. Locals protested outside the facility, alleging preferential treatment for the accused. The investigation has now expanded onto the legal, medical and financial angles on Zubeen Garg's death, with the cooperation of Attorney General of Singapore. The police are trying to arrive at the possible reason for Zubeen's death. All right, my colleague Digjyoti is joining us with more details. Digjyoti, what are we making of what happened there outside the jail? We are given to understand that as all the 5 accused were being taken to the jail, right outside it, people started pelting stones at the Buxa jail and the vans that were carrying all the accused.
Yes, today in the morning hour at Guwahati, Chief Judicial Magistrate, all the 5 accused whose 14 days police remand has been ended, they have been produced before Chief Judicial Magistrate Kamrup Metro, and where they have appealed that they should not keep inside Guwahati Central Jail, as there are fear among them for their lives, as there are a lot of jail inmates who are Zubeen fans. And by viewing their appeal and all those things, the government of Assam, they have decided to keep all the 5 accused persons. That is Shamkanu Mahanto, the organizer of Northeast India Festival in Singapore and outside foreign countries, where he is organizing for last many years. then Zubeen Garg's manager Siddharth Sharma, Zubeen Garg's 2 PSO Nandeswar Bora and Paresh Boisho, and moreover that Zubeen Garg's cousin brother Sandeepan Garg, who is the additional SP of Assam Police, who has also been arrested. They have been taken into full security to Baksa jail, that is Baksa district jail, newly built, which was inaugurated only on 21st on 21st to Chief Minister of Assam at
Okay.
Nikasi, a place called Nikasi, where the news of shifting them to Nikasi, that is 5 kilometers away from headquarters Basolpur, the news largely started gathered there, and particularly youth, women, folk, they have gathered there. They shouted slogan, "Joy Jubin, we want justice. We want justice for Jubin. Joy Jubinda." This kind of they started. They even when the vehicle come, they started to pelted stone with the vehicles. Even some stone that had been hit the journalists who are
I have to
working there.
ask you at this point, what exactly are people's concern? Why the stone pelting? Why are they angry?
Because the mob, they want justice. They want justice, justice for Zubeen Garg, because Zubeen Garg was their icon, heartthrob, and their blind follower of late Zubeen Garg, and that is why the people have they express, and because they are angry because this is a newly built new jail where there is no inmate before today's before this five accused person been sent to that particular Baksa Central Jail at Nikasi. There is no inmate in the jail, and it is a newly built, well established, well architect jail. And people were angry that why they have been shifted to a newly built jail. Why they have been given all kind of facilities, this kind of facilities, and some other reason people are angry. The common people, the youth, particularly the youth, even the women, they have come out largely. They started the pelting stones. Even the police to control the mob. They launched first initially. They launched a tear gas cell,
Okay.
and then later they opened firing. And when we have seen even the additional SP crime of the Baksa district, Gitartho Devo Sharma, he was injured. Even some journalists like Chintu Moni Sharma, then Navadip Deka, then Vilas Das, like this kind of local journalists of Basalpur area, they have been badly injured. Even the stones hit them, police received injury, and even the public, they have also been harassed. They even faced as police, they launched a charge, and so even the common mass and common people, they have been also affected.
All right, the common people have been affected. Many have been injured as a result of that stone pelting. I have to ask you, the 5 accused have now been shifted to the new Baksa jail. 2 accused are still in police custody, Digjyoti. Their remand also ends in next 2 days.
Yes, Omrit Prabha Mohanta, the co-singer of Zubeen Garg, and another artist of Zubeen Garg team, and who is the in charge of JG, Zubeen Garg studio at Guwahati, that is Shekhar Goswami. Their custody yet to be ended, and after 2 days they will produce, and we assume that they will also sit and will keep the central jail Baksa only.
All right. And before I let you go, for the benefit of our viewers, where does the investigation into the death of Zubeen Garg stands at the moment?
So we have seen that the justice for Zubeen, this is the slogan raised by 3 days back. Now today, just 2 hours back, now 10 lakhs people, that's means 1 million. They have signed. They want justice for Zubeen Garg. And even the government, the Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, today, right now, he is in a discussion with the High Commissioner of Singapore to send the Assam police team there for further investigation and to get more evidence from Singapore.
Right. All right, so more evidence needed from Singapore. We are given to understand the Attorney General of Singapore is also cooperating with Indian authorities on the matter. Digjyoti, thank you very much for all those details. Moving on to a significant story coming to light from the national capital, the Supreme Court has now issued detailed guidelines for the sale and use of green firecrackers in the Delhi NCR region ahead of Diwali. The sale is permitted only from 18th to 20th of October at designated locations identified by district collectors and police commissioners. Only licensed traders can now sell green crackers, and each cracker must bear a QR code which is approved by NEERI. Patrol teams, including police and state pollution control board officers, will regularly check sale points to ensure compliance on the matter. Violators will face penalties, and licenses or registrations may be revoked or cancelled. The use of firecrackers is restricted to 2 days before Diwali and on the day of Diwali itself, with permitted timings from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. and 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Firecrackers containing barium, which is unapproved crackers, and Laddi firecrackers will not be allowed. So firecrackers that have barium in it and unapproved firecrackers as well as the Laddi firecrackers are still not permitted for sale. Sales through e-commerce platforms and crackers from outside the Delhi NCR region is also prohibited to be brought into Delhi NCR region. The central and state pollution control boards will monitor air quality, and reports will be submitted to the Supreme Court between the period of 14th of October until 25th of October. The registry will ensure that all NCR district collectors receive copies of the order. The Supreme Court will review the matter again after 3 weeks to assess compliance and effectiveness as far as firecrackers is concerned. And in a major the government has greenlit cloud seeding operations as well. Rain to wash away pollution. Delhi's Environmental Minister Manjinder Singh Sirsa has confirmed, saying that the aircraft has been retrofitted and trial run is now complete. Now it's all about timing. Once the meteorological department gives the go-ahead, cloud seeding will be launched within hours, ideally on Diwali and the following day.
समय से दिल्ली के अंदर एनसीआर के अंदर दीपावली के पावन पर्व पे एनसीआर को और दिल्ली को पटाखों से वंचित रखा जाता था। एक बहुत बड़ा विषय था, इस पे बहुत सवाल उठते थे कि एक ही धर्म के लोगों के ऊपर ऐसा अत्याचार क्यों किया जा रहा है, और एक धर्म के लोगों को पूरी दुनिया के अंदर जब इजाज़त है तो दिल्ली एनसीआर में क्यों रोका जा रहा है। और सच पूछो तो इस सवाल का जवाब हमारे पास भी नहीं था। माननीय दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री रेखा गुप्ता जी ने माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट के पास अपना आग्रह भेजा दिल्ली की सरकार के रूप में, और ये बताया कि हम चाहते हैं कि दिल्ली के अंदर ग्रीन क्रैकर्स को अलाउ करना चाहिए। दीपावली के पावन पर्व पे ये पटाखे चलें और ग्रीन क्रैकर्स हों, जिससे पोल्यूशन भी कम हो और धर्म की आस्था का भी ध्यान रहे। ऐसी भावना दिल्ली की सरकार के माध्यम से माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट के आगे रखी गई। मैं इस ऑर्डर का स्वागत करता हूं जो माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने आज दिया है। माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने आज दिल्ली और एनसीआर के अंदर कुछ रिस्ट्रिक्शंस के साथ पटाखे चलाने की इजाज़त दी है। दिल्ली के अंदर पटाखे 18 तारीख से 20 तारीख तक चलाए जा सकेंगे। 18 अक्टूबर के शाम को 8 बजे से लेके 10 बजे तक, 19 अक्टूबर को 8 बजे से लेके 10 बजे तक, और 20 अक्टूबर को भी 8 बजे से लेके रात को 10 बजे तक, रात को 8 से 10 तक, और सुबह इन्हीं 3 दिनों में 6 बजे से लेके 7 बजे तक। तो सुबह 6 से 7 तक 18, 19, 20 को, और रात को भी 8 से लेके 10 तक 2 घंटे 18, 19, 20 को, ये 3 दिन तक पटाखे चलाने की इजाज़त दी है।
मैं सभी दिल्ली वासियों को बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं इस बात के लिए कि आपने दिल्ली में अच्छी सरकार चुनी और ये हमारी सरकार के प्रयास सफल हुए। हमारी मुख्यमंत्री जी ने कहा था कि इस बार दिल्ली को बिना पटाखों के दिवाली नहीं मनाने देंगे। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी हमारे प्रयासों को सराहा है और दिल्ली में जो सरकार द्वारा प्रदूषण को ख़त्म करने के लिए कदम उठाए हैं, तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी आज, मैं उनके सुप्रीम कोर्ट के फैसले का स्वागत करता हूं। बहुत ही अच्छा फैसला दिल्ली के लोगों के लिए आया है। अब बिना किसी टेंशन के, बिना किसी चिंता के सभी हम जो है ग्रीन पटाखे जलाएंगे और अपनी दिवाली को और भी सुंदर मनाएंगे।
देखिए, बहुत स्वागत योग्य निर्णय है माननीय उच्चतम न्यायालय का और बहुत बहुत आभार और अभिनंदन दिल्ली की मुख्यमंत्री श्रीमती रेखा गुप्ता जी का कि उन्होंने दिल्ली की जनता की आवाज़ को सुप्रीम कोर्ट के सामने रखा। ये काम पिछली सरकार भी कर सकती थी। आज ये साबित हो गया कि केजरीवाल सरकार जानबूझकर हिंदुओं के त्योहारों पर बैन लगाने का पाप करती थी। पहली बार सरकार बदली है और सरकार बदलते ही दिवाली पर बैन लगना बंद हो गया है। ग्रीन क्रैकर वाली दिवाली वैसी ही दिवाली जैसी परंपरागत तरीके से हमेशा मनाते थे, जैसी पूरा देश मनाता है, जैसी पूरी दुनिया मनाती है, वैसी ही दिवाली मनाने का अधिकार इस बार दिल्ली वालों को भी मिला है। स्वागत योग्य निर्णय है उच्चतम न्यायालय का और मुख्यमंत्री जी का बहुत बहुत आभार।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी लगातार इस पक्ष में थी कि दिवाली पर पटाखे चलने चाहिए, बच्चों को अपनी संस्कृति और अपने कल्चर का ज्ञान भी होना चाहिए। लेकिन दिल्ली में अरविंद केजरीवाल की सरकार ऐसी सरकार थी जो जानबूझकर कोर्ट के सामने गलत तथ्य रखती थी, जिससे कोर्ट ये निर्णय देता था कि पटाखे नहीं जलेंगे। आज दिल्ली में एक सनातन प्रेमी सरकार है जिसने कोर्ट के सामने सही पक्ष रखा और जिसका ये परिणाम है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ग्रीन क्रैकर चलाने की अनुमति दी है। हमारा ये मानना है कि एक दिन के पटाखों से प्रदूषण नहीं होता। प्रदूषण होने के कई कारण हैं जिस पे हमारी सरकारें काम कर रही हैं और उसको दूर करने के लिए प्रयास भी कर रही हैं। लेकिन सभ्यता का संरक्षण भी होना है और दिल्ली की चिंता भी करनी है और मुझे लगता है सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ये निर्णय निश्चय काबिल तारीफ है।
बहुत अच्छा ऑर्डर दिया है। हर साल बच्चे बहुत बंदी दिवाली मनाते हैं, इस साल खुशियों से भरा त्योहार है, बच्चे बहुत खुश हैं।
बहुत बढ़िया सर, बहुत बढ़िया ऑर्डर दिया है, बहुत बढ़िया लगा। हमें भी कई सालों से दिवाली सुनी हो रही थी, तो इस बार अच्छी दिवाली मनाई जाएगी।
माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट का स्वागत करते हैं। उन्होंने हमारे भारतीयों का ये दिवाली पर्व ऐसा है पूरे हिंदुस्तान में के लिए उन्होंने परमिशन दी है 3 दिन की। ये हम इसका स्वागत करते हैं और बड़ी खुशी है। कई सालों से ये आदेश रुका हुआ था, उन्होंने दिया, हम दिवाली मनाएंगे, पटाखे खरीदेंगे।
ये बात तो सही है कि पॉल्यूशन, लेकिन ग्रीन पटाखे में पॉल्यूशन जिस तरीके से कम देखा जाता है, इसलिए छूट दी गई है ताकि लोग अपना मनोरंजन भी कर सके, मतलब एंजॉय भी कर सके अपनी दिवाली को।
नॉर्मल डेज में इतना पॉल्यूशन होता है और जैसे दिवाली और छठ पूजा आ रहा है तो तब तो और ज्यादा पॉल्यूशन हो जाएगा, तो इससे ओल्ड एजेस पर्सन को और यूथ को काफी दिक्कत होती है।
All right, as I mentioned earlier, in a major move to tackle Delhi's worsening air quality this Diwali, the government has greenlit cloud seeding operations, a controversial weather intervention which is aimed at artificially triggering rain to wash away pollution. Delhi's Environment Minister Manjinder Singh Sirsa confirmed this today, saying that the aircraft has now been retrofitted and trial run is now complete. And now it's all about timing. Once the Meteorological Department gives the go-ahead, cloud seeding will be launched within hours, ideally on the day of Diwali or on the following day.
और क्लाउड सीडिंग में भी आपको हम बताना चाहते हैं, हमारे पास सारी रिक्वेस्टेड परमिशंस, हमारे पायलट्स की ट्रेनिंग भी हो गई। ट्रेनिंग के लिए जो सेस्ना जहाज था उससे फिमिलर होने के लिए, क्योंकि उसके साथ एक रेट्रोफिटमेंट लगाई गई है, उस फिटमेंट के चलते उसमें से जो स्प्रेइंग होगी, जो ब्लास्ट किए जाएंगे, उस ब्लास्ट के माध्यम से स्प्रे होगी, तो वो उस जिस जगह पे ट्रायल होनी है उसके ऊपर इस प्लेन के दोनों पायलट्स ने एक ट्रायल भी करी है। इस ट्रायल में उन्होंने उस एरिया से फेमिलियर हुए हैं, उस एरिया से अपने आप को पहचान कराया है जहां पे ये ट्रायल कंक्लूड होनी है, और इस प्लेन से अपने आप को अवगत कराया है। और ये सारा ट्रेनिंग प्रोसेस पिछले 4 दिन से चल रहा था, जो सफल रहा है अब तक। अब जब हमें मौसम विभाग ग्रीन सिग्नल देगा अगले 2 दिन में 3 दिन में, तो इसको ब्लास्ट करा के जो क्लाउड सीडिंग है उसका भी एक सैंपल लिया जाएगा।
This high-tech weather warfare comes amid a historic relaxation of firecracker bans, limited only to green crackers under strict code guidelines, with pollution levels now soaring Year after year, the government is betting big on rain to clean the air. But the question remains, will cloud seeding deliver relief, or is it a desperate gamble to mask a deeper environmental failure? Moving on now, in the garden city of Bengaluru, residents of Varthur, Panthur and Balagere are fed up and they are taking their anger straight up to the top. In a strongly worded letter to Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, they have demanded an immediate halt to property tax collection until basic infrastructure is fixed in the area. Their message is blunt: no road, no tax. All right, let's now cut across to the IPS officer who died in Haryana, Puran Singh. His final cremation is taking place on our screens right now. Live visuals coming in from Chandigarh.
LCD आ रही है थोड़ा ठीक है
The visuals of cremation of Haryana IPS officer Puran Kumar, which was underway just a few minutes ago. Visuals coming in there from Sector 25 crematorium in Chandigarh. Haryana's acting DGP was also present. Haryana ministers Kishan Lal Pamar and Shyam Rana were also present. Cremation of Haryana IPS Puran Kumar is underway. The live visuals, of course, coming in as we speak from Chandigarh, where the body of IPS officer was brought in just a couple of minutes ago. Puran Kumar has now been cremated with full state honor. This after he died by suicide on 7th of September, resulting in huge uproar in the political administrative circles, for he alleged that he was discriminated against, that caste slurs were hurled at him, and that he was tortured by the inner circles of police administration, leveling serious allegations against multiple members of bureaucracy. All right, joining us on the show is Gurinder Singh Dhillon, former ADGP Law and Order Punjab. Mr. Singh, thank you very much, sir, for taking time out. A lot of questions, of course, coming to light by the way of the investigation that is going to likely now begin on the death of Puran Kumar. Big questions hanging on. What was the motive of, the people who tortured him? Whether caste slurs were actually hurled at him? That is what his family is alleging at the moment. What are you making, sir, prima facie, what has come out in public so far?
Shweta ji, thank you for having me. And yes, I feel it gives me deep satisfaction that a good sense has prevailed and the postmortem is completed. And of course, respectfully, last rites are being performed or will be performed shortly. There is no doubt about that it was a very unfortunate and painful incident and probably a game changer and milestone incident in which Haryana police has faced a situation which is also shameful and chaotic. But at the same time, I feel that two good steps has broken this deadlock. One is that DG Shatrujit, he proceeded on leave and new DG OP Singh has joined. And second was that probably supplementary statement based on supplementary statements and further investigation, the names or the points which were missing in the text of the main FIR have been rectified. I think this may have broken the deadlock, and that is a very important step so that the investigation can proceed further, because postmortem will be a scientific evidence. Inspection of the scene of crime to gather evidence will start, and at the same time, suicidal note, which has this high sanctity in the legal this thing, is already on record. Now it will be that without influence on fair merit, everything proceeds to the satisfaction of the victim family, in which complainant is Ma'am Amneet Kaur, herself an IS officer, and her two young daughters who lost their father. Yes, at the same time, it is matter of record what has been written in 8-page suicide note, signed every page by the deceased. That is alarming. That's what I say from this question, please.
All right. Let me then begin by asking you of another ASI death, which has also further put clouds of doubt on what the wife of Puran Kumar is saying at the moment. The ASI Sandeep Latha is dead, where he has further made serious allegations against the late IPS officer. It's a twist and a tale of sorts on what appeared to be a clear case of discrimination, corruption, the allegations that were made by Puran Kumar. But then ASI's death is now bringing this cloud of doubt on whether what Mr. Puran Kumar said in his suicide letter is true or not.
So, Shweta, I will just like to add a very, very valid legal and professional point. All this shows that we lost another police person, a uniformed police person, based on some defects which started not at the aftermath of the suicide of IPS officer. For your and your listeners, those who are watching this program, as having knowledge of professional policing, I will like to add that there were earlier 3 chapters of this incident. One was before the suicide, second was the suicide itself, and third was inactions on part of UT police and Haryana police after the suicide. Now, the 4th chapter which has been added is the suicide and suspicious death of ASI Sandeep Kumar, who was investigating the corruption case registered against the PSO of Puran Kumar. Now, you will see, if you will look into in detail as a senior officer, you will find that these all 4 chapters clearly show that there was lack of professionalism, rules were not followed, and wisdom did not prevail. If after the suicide, immediately FIR would have been registered and law sets its motion, the situation would have been different. Now, coming to the corruption case and the suicide of the ASI Sandeep Kumar, there is again a very alarming thing which ordinary people don't know.
Right.
It is a common practice, as far as I know, because I have remained a vigilance officer also. Once a case of corruption is registered against a PSO or an accused of a corruption case, SHO can register the case. Here, they were taking a statement have recorded the statement of that PSO, where it is alleged that that money was meant for Mr. Kumar. Now, another point is, I have gathered and read from the papers that there was no direct demand on part of the ADG deceased. Thirdly, as per common sense and common rules and sensibility in Punjab and otherwise also, Punjab and Haryana is same. If there is a corruption case registered by an SHO or CIA staff, in this case, and if there is a senior officer coming into picture, the DG Shatrujit Singh would have immediately, and the CM Haryana could have taken a call without delay to transfer the corruption case to the vigilance department. Now, all these things, if you will look into that before the suicide, the chapter says that internal complaint redressal system, harassment of Mr. Kumar, his suicidal note shows everything. Everything shows that police headquarters was not functioning in a rule-based manner.
That brings me, Mr. Singh, to my final question, and that is essentially the deaths, the allegations of corruption, of caste discrimination, of sub judice, of disrespect, I think throws a very bad light on police and administration in Haryana. I think for the people who are watching this plot unfold, and as it thickens by the day, it shows Haryana police in a very bad light. The kind of rot that exists within the police administration, which is now coming out in open.
Yes, Shweta, this is very good question, and this also needs to be addressed. It may be happening in other police departments also. I don't want to name other police departments, other states, but I have the fair knowledge of it, having served up to the senior level. I feel in whole this case, one part is the criminal act in which 3 FIRs have been lodged. One is the corruption case, second the suicide case of Mr. Kumar, and third the FIR of Sandeep. Now you can imagine these 3 are connected cases. But at the same time, the rot is that a person was being harassed based on pseudonymous or false complaints. He was being discriminated to based on caste, and he had been writing, representing to various competent authorities since 2020. And even before that, all this shows that there is a groupism or there is a system which is not acting. Why was it not possible to sort out and bring to a situation, and why rules and laws have not been followed? All this has opened the lid, rather, can of worms for Haryana police, which need a separate inquiry by a very seasoned officers, so that a special SOP can be drafted, which can become model for other police states, so that bureaucracy and this sense which prevails now and which has brought shame to Haryana police, this may not happen somewhere else.